It comes from a Hertfordshire band who have been making absolute waves. You might know them because they've been played on this show quite a few times before. They go by the name of Wunderhorse, and Jacob's on the line with me. What's up, Jacob?
How's it going? You all right?
Do you know what? It's great to have you on. It's great to finally get the chance to meet you again, because I understand that 2023 was somewhat of a wild year, right? Because the momentum just kept picking up for Wunderhorse.
Yeah, we were very busy, and lots of time on the road and stuff, and making records. It was good. It was a lot, but it definitely was full on, yeah.
For sure, and it seems like you've come kicking and driving your way back through the door with Midas. So tell me all about that.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of just wanted to make a bit of a sort of rawer record to open the next album. We like our first record, but we didn't think it kind of was representative of how we feel or sort of sound as a band. It's a bit too kind of polished, but we kind of learned our lessons there, and we don't want to do that again. So we just wanted to do something a little rough around the edges and a little more sort of an accurate sonic representation of how we feel, you know.
And I really like that. I feel like you've captured it, because whenever I listen to this tune, I feel like it's kind of familiar to something I might have heard, not in music, but just in life. But then at the same time, like, you've got that kind of melancholy about the tune still, if that makes sense. I don't know what it is. You might be able to put it into better context for me.
Yeah, I think all of our songs are sort of tinged with a sort of slightly vague sadness. I don't know, maybe that's just being like British, I don't know. But yeah, definitely there in the tunes. I don't know if we've written a full-on happy song yet, but I don't know if we want to either, you know.
And can I just confirm with you, was this written in a Parisian bathtub? Is that actually true?
Yeah, well, I was... the chords were written in I was kind of... it was sort of one of those tour things. I can't remember how I ended up in the bathtub. I was in a bathroom somewhere on tour. We were with... who were we on tour with? I think it was when we were touring with Pixies about this time last year. Those opening chords, I was just kind of playing around with them. I thought, that's all right. I'll put that in the vaults and see if anything kind of comes, you know, some sort of lyrics and stuff. And then when we were in Minnesota making the record, I just kind of we were just kind of jamming around those chords when we were in the studio, and just scribbled down some words, and we did. I think that's actually the take that we got of it is actually technically it was a rehearsal take, and the tape just happened to be running. It's Craig, our producer, was sort of secretly recording everything, and so you're sort of hearing almost half-finished version of the song there. Oh
my days, that is super interesting as well. Just to think that the rehearsal take is actually the take, because I think a lot of the time when you watch artists put stuff onto tape, I find that the pressure to put it on tape and get that final cut can sometimes be like the biggest part or the biggest sort of barrier of dread. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's that final cut going to sound like? But you kind of had it decided for you.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's like anything with the creative process. You sort of don't want to look at it directly head on. You sort of have to sort of make it happen by accident. I think Craig Sylvie, the guy who produced the record, he's been at it a while. He's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve to get the best out of the bands he's working with, and it really worked for us. I mean, there's a few tunes on the record actually that was part of the process, really.
And you've got some big stuff coming up. Come on, 2024 is looking absolutely wild for you guys. I mean, Declan McKenna support, a fellow like Hertfordshire person of sorts, a fellow local as well. What's it like going full circle and picking up a gig like that?
Oh, it's cool, man. Yeah, we're it's just nice to be out playing in front of new people, for people that might not have seen us before, and hopefully picking up some new fans along the way. And I mean, we're just we're a live band. That's probably our sort of strongest suit and the thing that we do best, I think. I mean, any opportunity to be out sort of gigging is great. It just sort of further hones that side of our craft.
For sure. And what I find really interesting as well with you guys is that you will test a lot of your tunes out on the live scene first, won't you? Because you actually played Midas at Stand and Calling last year, am I correct in saying? As part of your set?
Yeah, we would have done, I think.
How do you find it when, like, people receive your tunes, like, you know, in a way where you're like, yeah, we have to put this out, we have to get this out here because this is the tune. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think live's always a good arena for sort of testing out new ideas and seeing whether they stick or not, seeing whether it's something you want to pursue. 'Cause it sort of takes on a different form once you play it in front of an audience. You know, it kind of becomes a different entity. When it can be sometimes slightly nerve-wracking, sort of opening it up, like opening that sort of wound to the world a bit. It's good. I think that sort of process has been a big factor in what we decide to kind of put on the album and stuff. And that's, as I say, we've always been a live band, so I don't think we just kind of, that's just what we do. I think ever since we were kids, we've all been in different bands. You know, you write a song, you go and sort of play it live. I don't think we'll ever be the kind of band that thinks, oh, well, that's not out yet, so we can't play it, you know, because so-and-so says so. It's like, nah, if we've written a song, you know, we're going to play it live. That's just what we do, you know?
But that's the way I think people connect with you best. And of all the things that you've done so far and all the stuff you will do, what's been your standout?
Do you mean like in general, like recording live, or
whatever you think your probably highest high in Wunderhorse has been?
Probably like live wise, I reckon playing Kentish Town Forum or playing Glastonbury was pretty big for us. I think, you know, those gigs gave us a real rush, and but I think in terms of the other side of things, I mean, making this new record, Midas, the whole album is. I think it's the first thing I've done that I'm proud of. I can't speak for the other boys, but I hope that they're proud of it too. Yeah, it's the first thing I kind of look back on and go, yeah, I think that's an accurate and like decent representation of how I felt at the time. And I think it sounds good, and I think that's who we are. You know, so I'm really proud of the record.
And the record as a whole, what can people expect? Because this is the first flavour of it, right?
Yeah, this is the first flavour. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, we might lose some fans, you know, because it is a lot rougher. It is sort of darker, but hopefully we gain some new ones as well. I think, yeah, if you prefer us live to on the record, then you're going to like it. If you like it to sound polished and nice and whatever, then go listen to somebody else. I don't think it's for you. You know, it's kind of one of those records, but that's good. I don't think any of us wanted to please everyone on it. We wanted to do something that was maybe slightly more uncomfortable, you know.
Absolutely. And I think as somebody that I honestly would say that Cub was my top 5 of 2022, like I would 100% hand on heart say of all the things that were released in that year, your album is still up there for me. But this tune, the second I heard it, I was like, yes, this is a band not afraid to do what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, and as somebody who's been a fan of yours for ages, I absolutely agree. So, Jacob, honestly, it's been fantastic having you on the show. I really appreciate you coming on. And, of course, good luck with everything that you got in the pipeline this year. I know you guys are going to smash it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
This week's On Repeat comes from Wunderhorse. This is Midas on BBC Introduced.